Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Tilson Live. It is Tuesday. It is 2 o'clock. It is Tilson Live. So thanks for joining us all. I am your host, Dawn Dantzler, and I know that some of you are thinking, man, Eric looks different this week. He was not able to join us due to a schedule conflict, but I just really wanted to take the opportunity to share this home with you. So I am very excited to introduce this week's co-host, Payton Hubbard. So thank you for joining us, Payton. How's it going?
Yes, going good. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
So Payton, tell us a little bit about what you do with Tilson. How long have you been with us? Why am I so proud of you? Like, why are we excited to hear?
I joined Tilson in July of 2021. I originally grew up in the Texas Hill Country, went to school at A&M, and shortly after graduation, a few years in, I found Tilson actually through one of my roommates and childhood best friends who started working for Tilson. So I joined in a brand new role. It was the customer experience ambassador role under Dawn, and her and I kind of built that role together. And since then, I have moved into the marketing coordinator role. So I'm kind of on behind the scenes, doing social media, some of the creative content. So yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah. And she is super brave and agreed to come and talk to all of you guys. We do have one request. Like I mentioned, Eric is not here. So if you're going to ask us about really complicated questions about land prep or construction or wells or, that kind of stuff, we might phone a friend, or we may just have to say, you know what, I don't know, send us a private message and I will get you that answer. We are going to do our best, but we are here today to share with you one of the houses. I'm most impressed by this house that we have done, and you guys have been hearing about it for months because it is the Hodgson's family, which you can see Misty is here and so excited. She is enjoying San Jacinto XL, and we are so excited that that the Hodgsons built with us, but also that they allowed us into their home to take these videos and share with you guys what they've done, because they have done some of the coolest things
It's
that
pretty
I
incredible.
for houses. So it is really incredible, guys. It has a 6-car garage. It has a hidden room behind a cabinet door. I mean, it's amazing. They really pulled out all the stops and put a lot of planning in this home. So just thank you guys for allowing us to share it, and for showing it off to you. But while y'all are listening to us yap, go ahead and put in the comments where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you're in. How excited are you guys to see this house? Is this your first Tilson Live? Anything you want to tell us, just anything you want to share, and we will welcome you in.
We love to chat, so just join.
We love to chat. We love to chat. I do see a few people. We've got Will coming in from Klondike. Hey, Will, it's good to see you. We have someone. I'm not sure if you know this person.
My sister.
Sister. Hey, Presley. We've got Jennifer saying hello from Whitesboro. Hey, Jennifer. We've got Lacey supporting us. Hey, Payton. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Lacey. Good to see you. And then Will is sharing he saw Tilson's sign on his way to the Klondike post office. Very excited for whoever is building in Klondike. Awesome. Will's going to have neighbors. All right. And then we've got Denise saying good afternoon from Pearland, building the Canyon D in Chapel Hill. Stakeout is completed and waiting on a bid to have the lot cleared. Awesome. So you are moving right along. That's amazing. So yeah, you guys keep putting your comments in, and we will put them all up. We've got Cindy watching from Allen. So awesome. Hey, Cindy, how's it going? And we are going to jump right in and show you this house, because there is a lot of house to show. As they said, it is definitely the San Jacinto XL. So let's go ahead and get into that. So here we are. So this house is based off of the San Jacinto, which you guys may know is a model in our spring office. And it, for many, many years, has been in the top 10 of the Tilson portfolio. It is always a fan favorite, just great house. Some things that people really like about it is it's got that, it is truly, on most of the elevations, except for the elevation B, it is a symmetrical design. So you have that nice symmetry that everybody's looking for. It looks the same on the up, on both sides of the home. And that actually comes into play in our presentation, because these guys flipped the floor plan, but you wouldn't know because the house looks the same both ways, but it is available in 3 elevations. You've got that elevation B, which is, that stucco and stone mix. You've got an elevation C, which is more of a traditional colonial. You've got your three gables, big front porch, mix of brick and some lap siding on the back. And then the model elevation, which is the elevation D, which is more of that Texas ranch style. So it's a mix of stone and board and batten with rough sawn wood elements. Just a very, very pretty home. And the house, as it comes, this is a close-up of our model in spring. And fun fact, this model actually used to be the C elevation, and then we renovated it into the D when we decided to give it a refresh. But just beautiful, like I was talking, big front porch, mix of board and batten and stone, rough sawn wood accents, and again, very, very popular. Used to have a friend that sat next to it, but we actually took down the Nueces and we're putting in a Brazoria. So this plan is about to get a run for its money of which one's more popular out of spring. So that will be pretty cool. And this is the San Jacinto XL. So they based it off of that D elevation. And as you can see, very similar from the outside. They did make a couple changes, and I'll get into that. The most noticeable from this picture is that 6-car garage that I was talking about. And you can see they did sort of stretch this house, which we'll talk about when we get into that. And then on the typical floor plan of the San Jacinto, and what makes it so popular is it packs a lot into its little 2,500 square foot footprint that it's got there. It comes standard as a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, plus a flex room, plus a dining room, just a lot of things, lots of spaces. In this plan, and everything is a good size. Our drafting department did a very good job designing this plan, and that's why it's been a perennial favorite of everybody. And it's just got, it is a split bedroom from the aspect of all of the, secondary bedrooms are on the front of the home. The master bedroom is towards the back. So you do have a little bit of that separation there. They each have their own opening coming off of that family room. And in this plan, when you build it, you are going to get those beams in the family room ceiling and the dining room ceiling. So lots of rough sawn wood inside. In the kitchen, you've got a wall of stone with rough sawn accents, and just very, very nice room. And then you've got that flex room happening there. In that space, we've got a lot of options to reconfigure, which we can kind of talk about how this family adapted that. But just lots of things into this, what's made it such a favorite. All right. So what did the family change to make their XL? Almost everything. So as Payton and I were kind of preparing, and behind the scenes, Payton is the one that does all of the red lines for us and helps with these presentations. But as we were doing this, we were like, okay, what do we redline? And we're like, kind of all of it.
Highlight the whole thing.
The whole thing. So we are going to go into it in much more depth as we go through each section of the house. We kind of decided that was going to be the easiest way to explain to you what they did. But in general, some of the highlights of it is that, they did change it. So it is a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath. We are now at almost 3,100 square feet of living area, plus a 6-car garage, plus a cathedral ceiling back porch. Just a lot of things. Just basically, this family spent a lot of time visiting all of the various Tilson locations, getting inspiration from all of our models. And this is actually, there's 4 generations living in this home. So there were a lot of customizations that they made to account for that and make sure that everybody was getting the spaces that they needed exactly like they wanted them. And then part of the XL on this house is by roughly about 4 feet on both sides of the house, we just sort of stretched it. We just sort of grabbed it and stretched it. And so we'll talk about what they did with some of that extra square footage. So just a bunch of different things that they did. But instead of me just yapping about it, let's go ahead and launch into our video so you guys can see. So here we go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another Tilson Custom Homes live tour. I'm here today with Neil and Missy Hodgson, and we're in Hood County, and we were going to be discussing their San Jacinto XL. Let's start today with the exterior and the front elevation.
Okay. So we went with wanted the farmhouse look. You know, we got about 7 acres here, and we wanted to be able to have a place where we could sit out at night. So we loved the large front porch that it had. And then also just the look of the house being symmetrical on each side. We really, that brought the attention to it. And then the modification we made, we kind of stretched it a little bit, but it works out great for us.
And with us being in here in the kitchen today, just looking around some of the finishes and add-ons that you did, could you talk about a little bit about that? Like, I'm looking at the kitchen backsplash and the pot filler, and what were some of the thought processes and some of those selections?
Okay, well, we did a tour of all the model home locations, and we kind of picked piecemeal pieces. So the island came from the LaSalle, so we wanted a big island so the grandkids could sit at and have a snack or supper. And then one thing we did when we did the countertop, we followed with the countertop with up on the backslash. So we have no grout lines, and with that we added the pot filler. So it's just a nice clean look, and then with the under cabinet lighting, everything it's hidden away and it just looks nice and clean. When we did the other wall, we went with the double ovens, air fryers, works out great. And then the storage is just, we got tons of it.
Yeah.
Haven't even filled it all.
And with the San Jacinto, with this version, a lot of the cabinets, it's all pull-out drawers, so it's really nice to store everything in.
Beautiful kitchen. Well, let's go check out the living room.
All right.
Now that we're in here in the living room, can you kind of talk a little bit about the cathedral ceiling and why you chose it, and it's not standard on this particular model?
Right, yeah. San Jacinto doesn't come with a cathedral, but looking online on Tilson, when we were first looking at Tilson and then visiting the model homes that had cathedral ceiling with the view we have in the back land, it was just, we had the cathedral ceiling all the way through to the back porch. And then with the large foyer, we went with a big door. It just makes a nice grand entrance into the living area. The big windows on the back wall there, we just love how they go basically almost the ceiling to the floor. And then with just a nice clean look on the wall between the two rooms, so it makes it comfortable. And we still have a lot of room to walk around.
Well, that's awesome. Let's go take a look at the master.
All right. So yeah, just absolutely beautiful home. Let's talk a little bit about the changes that they made, which we did talk about on the exterior. They did stretch it, added in that 6-car garage, and then also on the front, the areas that are standard on the elevation as total stone, they actually went ahead and changed those too, so that they were board and bat with the stone wainscot. So little change on the front, but just looks absolutely gorgeous. And here is, their picture of the front. I love that the puppies garden us. Like, you are not getting in here without my permission, checking us all out. But yeah, just love their color choices here. Payton, what do you think about these?
Well, I just think it's really unique. I love when people bring in, different colors. I feel like with the farmhouse look, we see a lot of the white board and batten. So it's interesting seeing some color. I just think it's a really beautiful exterior. You have those large front porches, which is one of my favorite aspects of the San Jacinto plan. And so just having those large porches, it just feels really inviting and welcoming as you approach the home.
Yeah. And then, like we talked about, you've got the rough sawn wood accents, just making it look gorgeous. And yeah, I'm with you. I love a rocking chair front porch. And then the symmetrical nature, I don't know, it just sings to my heart. Like, I like it. I think it looks great. And then as we move into kind of the inside with the kitchen and the family room. So this is kind of the explanation of, what the family did. So in the kitchen, they really kind of took inspiration, like they were talking about, from a bunch of our different models. So you can see the base layout of the San Jacinto over to the left on the screen, and their changes. kind of next to it. So they did go ahead and go with a single island, and like they mentioned, they really liked the one from the LaSalle model, so they went ahead and put that into their kitchen. And then really with doing that and kind of changing up the hallways and all of that, just the appliances just moved all around. So we've kind of moved where the refrigerator is, where the washer and dryer go. I mean, where the dishwasher goes, all of that. They did go with the double ovens. Like they were pointing out, they went with a separate vent hood, which meant the microwave got moved over into another cabinet. They did add in that pot filler, and then added, I mentioned they did on both sides of the house, stretch it kind of 4 feet. Some of that width here was able to go into the breakfast area because of how they changed it. So you can see that they actually pulled the breakfast area wall all the way, even with the back of the kitchen wall. So it's a little bit of a wider space that they have going on. And then over in the family room, they did go from those box beam ceilings to a true cathedral ceiling with the cathedral back porch. So just really kind of opened that space up, bringing in a lot more light and doing that porch option that we have. That's just so popular. And part of that is that they actually squared off the walls where they have a little bit of a curve to them in the base plan and in the model. They actually squared them off in their home. And as you can see, as I pull up the pictures, it's just absolutely gorgeous, stunning kitchen. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dawn.
I was going to say, I love that they did the quartz at the backslash. This is the second home that I've seen that did that. And I didn't honestly know that we could do that, but just so clean without the grout lines. It's probably easier to clean off, just visually, just gives you a gorgeous look.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I love how they carried the quartz up. Super clean. The pot filler is amazing. The under cabinet lighting. They just have so much storage in this kitchen, like just insane amount of storage. I just think they made some really smart changes, especially with the size of family that they have and everyone living in this home. You need all the storage that you can get. So they made some really good changes, and the colors go great.
Yeah, I love it when our customers do an accent color on the island, making it just a little bit different. So I love the darker wood there. Looks absolutely fabulous. And then we've got, that connects into the dining area, which this is a huge table, which I'm sure they need for all that space, but just the one dining area, which works out really well for them because they actually converted the other one into the in-law suite. But just everything connected, great place for everybody, to gather and eat. And then the family room is just made a big room look even bigger. Just great use of space. I love that cathedral ceiling option with all the natural light that comes in through the windows.
I think it's a perfect example of how you can, even though the San Jacinto, you see it with the box beam ceiling treatments. If you want that cathedral ceiling, we can make that happen. And you walk in, it's already a large room, but they've made it even bigger. And just the gorgeous windows looking out to their property. I just love the changes that they made in this room.
Yeah, and that's a great point, that even if you see it and we can do it, because this isn't even actually a pre-drawn option for the San Jacinto. This is something that they challenged our team to do, and we were like, absolutely, let's do it. We can just create exactly what you're looking for.
But I can those floor plugs are always a plus in areas like this too. So.
Yep, if you know exactly where that furniture is going, where that lamp's going to go, we can absolutely put those in for you. So yeah, very good. And I can see that we had a few other people join us. So let's say hey to them and see if we've got any questions. Let's see. We've got Stacy from Cleveland, Texas, looking to build a San Jacinto in the very near future. Well, awesome. You came to the right one. Glad to see ya. Will's saying congrats to all who are building with Tilson or have. May everyone have a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. Y'all stay blessed. And the home that is being shown is very beautiful. Oh, thank you, Will.
Merry Christmas, Will.
You. Merry Christmas, Will. We got Scott saying good afternoon from Palestine. Shingles were put on our accessible Whitney B. The electrician is there now and the floors get stained tomorrow. Also, Matt is great. Oh, wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. We will pass that along. And then we've got Jason saying, hi, guys. I finally got the septic quote, waiting to get the water meter installed. The driveway gets installed Thursday or Friday of this week. Well, that's an awesome Christmas present. Everybody wants a driveway for Christmas. That's very exciting. All right, awesome. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the bedrooms of this home. And y'all keep putting your questions in and we'll answer them for you.
Now that we're in here in the beautiful master bedroom, let's talk a little bit about that and some of the customization that y'all have done in here.
We like the size of the master bedroom. We really didn't make much changes in here. Some of the changes that were made were due to the cathedral ceiling for the porch. So normally you don't get that little pitch roof above the window here in the bedroom. But really the only other thing is we added the
door to the patio.
Door to the patio with the internal screens and blinds so we could close that off when we wanted to. But other than that, it has plenty of room and we enjoy it.
Beautiful. Well, let's now go take a look at this beautiful master bathroom. Now that we're back here in the master bathroom, can you kind of walk us through a little bit of some of your choices, selections, and the why behind that process today?
Well, one of the benefits of stretching the house both ends, we were able to add a little bit more room here to the master bathroom. We didn't really want a tub because at our old place, that's what was the storage facility. So we were able to make a nice big walk-in dual shower,
Split
the vanities, and then along with that, create a bigger walk-in closet that normally would have came for a plan. One thing we had done was with Kent Moore is we had a special door or whatever
Cabinet door.
Cabinet door
door,
so it would match cabinets.
All right, well, show us what's behind that door.
So one thing we did is with Texas, we added a tornado shelter. So you open up the door and you can have access to a tornado shelter, safe room, whatever you would want to call it. But it worked out real nice and it kind of blends in seamlessly to the master bathroom.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for showing that to us. Let's now make our way over to the kids' bedrooms.
Great, sounds good.
Now that we're back here in one of the kids' bedrooms, could you explain a little bit about some of the choices and other customization features that y'all chose in the bigger, larger rooms?
Yeah, like I said, with pushing the house out on both sides, this allowed to have two of the bedrooms be able to almost add extra, footage to it, which makes a nice, large, comfortable area for them to be in that good size closet for them to use.
All right, well, let's make our way across the hallway and go to the second and third bedroom. Now that we're in this second beautiful bedroom, I'm looking at this big, beautiful window. Can you talk a little bit about that and explain this room to us?
Again, like I said, this is on the outside. This one got extended also. But one thing we liked about when we were touring the homes is the windows, how they basically, almost go to the floor. So it brings a nice natural light into the room, and he's got a great view looking out, and it still has an ample sized closet for him to use.
Alrighty, well, let's cruise on over here to the third bedroom. Now that we're in here in the third kids' bedroom, let's talk a little bit about this room, the designs, the choices, and talk to us about this another big, beautiful window overlooking the front porch and then a higher ceiling.
Yeah, this bedroom really didn't get touched much because only thing we did was really just the windows. So they get nice large windows, so they got the good view outside. Really like the high ceiling because since it is a little bit more smaller, it still gives it the space, like it's a bigger room than what it is. And again, it's ample closet space for them to be able to use, so it works out quite well.
Well, beautiful. Well, thank you. Well, now let's make our way to the mother-in-law suite.
All right.
Now that we're here in the mother-in-law suite, could you again walk us through this room and just touch on some of the customizations that y'all decided to choose and explain the why behind of this being a fourth generation house?
Okay. Well, that's one of the reasons why we picked the San Jacinto, because as an option it had a mother-in-law suite in it already. We just kind of expanded on that. So what would have been the dining room normally, we turned it into her living area with a French door so she could access it through the foyer. And then again, with the large windows, lots of natural light coming in. With that, we added that wall there with the pocket doors to have access to her master bathroom or bedroom.
Yep.
So we were able to enlarge the master bedroom because normally the bath would be over to this side, but with us expanding the size of the house, we're able to push everything outwards and then increase her walk-in closet and master bathroom.
Now that we're in here in the mother-in-law suite bathroom, again, could you explain a little bit about this setup?
Well, like I said, with pushing the house out now, we were able to expand the size of that bathroom. That would have been originally the mother-in-law suite. So she's got a huge walk-in shower, and then we're also be able to make a huge walk-in closet for her using pocket doors, so we don't lose that space with the door opening and closing. So since we had the space, we just used the pocket door for her access in and out of there.
Beautiful. Well, let's make our way in here to the utility and pantry.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Gorgeous bedroom spaces in this house. And let me get forward. All right. So their master suite. Here are the things that they changed. So first off, they started, rather than being with the base layout of the San Jacinto, they actually started with the alternate master bedroom. So, we have all of those pre-designed custom options that you can play with on our website. And that's they did a little bit of that and then said, hey, we're going to change some more stuff. So starting with that alternate master bedroom layout, which pushes the bedroom to the back, pulls the bathroom to more of the bottom of the space, they went ahead and made some additional changes. So the first, like he mentioned, the ceiling does slope a little bit differently than it would in the standard layout, just because of, when you add things in one part of the house, it affects other parts of the house to kind of make the roof lines look right and make sure water is actually coming off of the roof of the house. So they did get a little bit of a ceiling slope to the back of the master bedroom because of that cathedral ceiling on the other side. They also did add the exterior door so that they could access the porch. And the only other change they made to the space is typically that entrance to the master bath would be the door that's like split in half to form. So you'd have two doors going. They went ahead to one solid door. Now in the bathroom itself, they did do a lot there. That's where all that 4 feet that they stretched went in that bathroom, is what happened. And so they did go ahead and increase the closet size and then change that door out to make it a pocket door so that they wouldn't have as many door swings happening. So they have a massive walk-in closet. It's about 9 feet by 11 feet. So lots of storage space on that side. They did also increase the height of the cabinets so that they are actually 36 inches tall on both sides. And then instead of that bathtub, which I agree with him is also a storage space in my house, they did a walk-in shower with the 2 shower heads. And with the rest of the space, taking out that shower and using a little bit more of that square footage, they were able to do that super cool hidden door arrangement with that cabinetry from Kent Moore. That's actually a door that is kind of concealing their tornado shelter on that side of the home. So
I haven't really seen anybody do that before, which was really cool to see.
Yeah, and it's something we get asked about, and there's so many customizations. And I actually meant to mention when we were in the kitchen, you can change up your cabinets, however. So if there's something, if you want, drawers instead of shelves or doors, if you want pull-out trays, there's so many things that we can do because we are truly ordering the cabinets for your individual home custom. So talk to our team about exactly what you want to do. But yeah, I was excited because when I build my next house, I want a hidden room. I don't even care where. I just want one of those. I just think it's so cool. So it was so exciting to see it, kind of see it out in the wild like that. So just really cool. So this is their master bedroom, and they've continued that same flooring throughout the house, which I really like. I think it just gives you a good sense of continuity. And then they've got all of these wonderful lights, all these windows bringing in all that natural light. I also like he mentioned, that door that's going out to the porch has the blinds in between the panes of glass, which is also a really neat upgrade that we can do for you.
Mm-hmm. That room is really bright. You don't realize how much light these windows bring in until you see it. And it's just a perfect view out to their property, which is why they bought and built in the first place. So I love that. You see that throughout their home.
Absolutely. And then here's that gorgeous master bathroom. He's got his space, she's got hers. Never the two shall meet. I love that. Don't get your stuff into my stuff. And that great, walk-in shower and that just massive master closet. Like they've got so much storage in this house. They are set
Yeah.
with that. And then you can see if we had not told you that that was a door, you would not know that that was a door with that cabinet, because it's a completely usable storage bookshelf, and those cabinets open up as well, so you can store stuff in there too. Like you wouldn't know. So just very cool. Just
Super
so neat to see that. And then so for the rest of the home, they also made some changes there. Again, we stretched the house, so we got some extra square footage into bedrooms 3 and 4. And then bedroom 2, like he mentioned, was pretty much untouched. And that, even in the base plan, it is a smaller room than the other two slightly. It's definitely a smaller room when you add 4 feet to the other two. But it does, like he mentioned, that the ceiling in that room is already going to be higher. So it does feel bigger than it is, because it does have that higher ceiling. And then they got an itty bitty little bit more storage space in that master closet. In that closet in bedroom 2, because when we squared off those walls, that gave them closet space on the other side as well. So just a few little changes in that area. And I was showing Payton, y'all, my friend. I was so excited when I saw Grogu in the room, because I have never actually met anybody else that has one of these. So I
love that. I love that.
it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're just bedrooms.
They're just so big. They're so big.
Yeah, it's like, I guess you roller skate in it in your own time. I don't know. Like got plenty of room. Plenty of room for activities, as that movie says. And then they, these bedrooms share a bathroom in the hallway, and just very good, lots of counter space. It's got that tub shower combo, so just very, very good space.
I like that they kept the majority of their design selections throughout the entire home. I just think it looks super pretty and clean. The quartz countertops and the gray cabinets. I just think it looks really nice throughout the home.
Yeah, and I like the addition of the framing to the mirrors. That looks really nice too. That matches the cabinets. So yeah, it just looks great. But yeah, I like the continuity too. Okay, so this is something else we get asked about a lot. And the San Jacinto, like he mentioned, does have an in-law suite option pre-designed. So that's sort of what we started with this. And what that does is it takes you, I showed you in the base plan how there's a dining room and that flex room. So the mother-in-law suite option kind of takes that dining room, closes it off, and makes it into the mother-in-law suite. Now what they did is from there, obviously they made some additional changes, because we got another 4 feet to work with. So gave us the flexibility to do some more stuff with the space. They went ahead and left doors off of the foyer side going into what would have been the dining room. That's now the flex room. And that's what she's using as her living room, like they were showing you. And then that is separated by a pocket door from the bedroom space. And since they had some extra square footage to play with in the standard layout, we still keep the powder bath in the hallway and just add another bathroom. They were able to put that powder bath somewhere else. So they had their extra footage plus that powder room space to work with to create a really good size bathroom and walk-in closet for this suite. So it really is just a great in-law suite that's giving a good walk-in shower and a huge master, kind of almost a second master, like they were talking about, walk-in closet. So it's just a very, very nice big space for comfort. And this is, pictures of all those rooms. And as you can see, they've got, a sectional couch in there in that front room, plenty of space for a bed to get around, and just very comfortable space. This was really well done.
Functional in that shower, having that seat in there, all of it just makes sense for what they need it for.
Yeah, and I love the pebble shower floor.
Mosaic flooring, that is one of my favorites.
Yeah, such a cool look. All right, well, I can see that we had a few other comments come in, so let's say hey. All right, we've got Stacy, who is asking us, can heated flooring be done in the master bath? Yes, we can. That is something that would be kind of a custom price request with your consultant, but yeah, talk to them and they can do the heating that goes under the tile to kind of keep the floor warm. Then we've got Denise saying, Misty, your house is beautiful. Absolutely, 100% agree with that. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous home. And then we've got Gina saying the Cunninghams are building in B County. Chuck has the foundation going in this Thursday. Thank you, Chuck, Hayden, and all the wonderful people we have met. We are so excited. Oh, that's awesome. The only thing better than a driveway for Christmas is a foundation.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So glad to hear that. Thanks for sharing. All right. Well, let's take a look at the pantry, utility room, and garage. Y'all keep posting your questions and comments.
Neil, now that we're on the exterior of the house, let's talk about our 4 different access points with regards to these exterior doors.
Okay, like I said, we just came out of the garage door. We have a door that's come out of the mudroom area, half bath, and then it just comes on down to the back porch. One thing we did, since we had that door there, we extended the covered porch, so in case it was raining or something, people didn't have to come out in the rain to access the back porch area. Also with that, with the cedar beams, kind of matches what's in the garage, what's on the front porch, so we got this beautiful beam area that we can just sit down here in the afternoons or evenings and just enjoy the countryside.
And another beautiful focal point of this back porch is the cathedral ceiling extending from the living room out to the back porch.
Right, it looks like it's just a continuous beam that comes on through. That's just wonderful.
Beautiful. Well, let's make our way into the kitchen and we'll finish this home tour.
All right.
Well, guys, now that we're back here in the kitchen, let's talk a little bit about how customized this plan truly is and how with Tilson you can turn any plan into your dream home and truly, truly customize it. And with that being said, also this being a 4-generational household.
Yeah. Like I said, it was fairly simple. You know, Tilson, the folks up in Weatherford were great. Every time we came with changes, we were able to look at them and see how they would look. Being a 4th-generation home, we made many changes, well over 100 if you look at the plans. But Carl was our building supervisor and did a great job keeping tabs on this. And the final product just turned out wonderful. We've been here now for a while and the family's loving it. And we just want to say thank you.
Thank you guys for inviting us in your home today and letting us do this tour. Thank you for watching, and we hope to make you a part of the Tilson family.
Or, you know, maybe I can play the wrong video and we can look at the back porch instead. In case you're wondering, yes, we are really live. And sometimes I mess up, but I felt like it would have been rude to interrupt Cal. So I just let him go. So let's go backwards and I will play the actual pantry utility room and then we can just run through the whole thing. So sorry about that, guys, but here is, as promised, the pantry utility room and the garage, hopefully.
And as you can see here, we have access to this hallway and this beautiful pantry we're fixing to see from the mother-in-law suite and the kitchen living room area. Let's go check out this beautiful pantry.
Now, the pantry was my choice of what I got to have in it, and I wanted a butler-style pantry, so I do have the cabinets on the back wall. I have the countertop with the actual cabinetry and the storage, and we did put an outlet in the floor, so if I decided to have do the mixer in here instead of in the kitchen, I have that option. But actually, you can see we do have ample storage, especially for all my crock pots.
And it's not something we normally see here at Tilson, but you've got this beautiful countertop cabinets from floor to ceiling. Beautiful choices. Now let's go take a look at your awesome utility room. As we're making our way here to the mudroom / utility room, we can see that we also have access again to the kitchen and the hall right here. And you can see this beautiful pocket door that we have here. As now we're here in the mudroom / utility room, can you explain this beautiful big space that we have here?
Well, again, with extending the house out on each side, it allowed us to take the laundry area that was usually up against the wall into a larger area here So we can have a freezer, washer, dryer. We have a mudroom here, access to the back porch. Then we also were able to, this is where we put our half bath now, away from everybody, so it's kind of secluded and on its own.
Alrighty, let's make our way now to the garage.
All right.
Well, guys, now that we're in this beautiful XL garage of this beautiful San Jacinto, let's talk about your tornado shelter here and just the overall size of this garage with your beautiful cedar posts that you have in the interior of this garage.
Okay. Well, like I said, the wife got the kitchen and the pantry. I got the garage. So when we were designing this, again, being a fourth-generation family, we have a lot of vehicles, and with Texas weather, we wanted to be able to keep them covered in case of storms. So we decided to build a oversized 6-car garage. We can comfortably put all the cars in here, but as you can see, we have a large area here that we can put a couple freezers, our water tank and everything. And then being such a large area, we added the transom windows around it because we just didn't want to walk into this room being a dark hole. So that adds a lot of natural light coming in. And then we still have another tornado shelter that everyone can fit in case we need it. So it is working quite well. Again, also we have access to the backyard through another door. We did a half window on that, again, just to add more natural light in. One other thing we did to this garage, since we be working a lot, we also spray foamed the garage and the ceiling and added the insulated doors. So I can tell you, since the summer, it's been comfortable in here, and with the spray foam up in the attic, it's been just as comfortable up there too.
And beautiful. And we added the car charger against the wall.
Yep. So in case you decide to get an electric vehicle, we already have an outlet there to put the charger.
Beautiful. Well, this is a lovely garage, and I love all the finishes that y'all done. Let's make our way to the exterior.
Okay.
All right. And yes, Gina, I absolutely agree. I too have pantry envy. That is an amazing space that you could tell we were letting the guys lead the tour, because we spent, I think, 3 minutes talking about the garage and just completely, glossed over that pantry. So Payton and I are going to spend some time on the pantry. But anyway, you can see, so we tried to pull something to tell you guys what they started with. The San Jacinto does have an option for a 2-car attached garage, but that really doesn't cover what they did and the fact that they put 6 cars. So really what they were able to do is use that extra footage that they added really went into these spaces. So they were able to create that huge walk-in pantry that you see. That is something that we get asked for a lot on the San Jacinto, of how do I add in a walk-in true pantry to that home. Big utility room with that mud room with the drop zone area where they can do all their laundry. And then, like you said, they tucked that powder bathroom into the back, which is very convenient if you're in the backyard. That's a good very convenient, because there's an exterior door right next to it. And then you have that big, beautiful 6-car garage that you heard everything about. They did all the bells and whistles in that garage, guys. It has an 80-gallon water heater. I mean, it's packed. If you could dream of it in a garage, it's probably in that garage. Just absolutely amazing. But let's talk a little bit about that pantry. So I think if I counted correctly, she mentioned all of her crock pots. I'm not sure if this is 9, maybe 10 crock pots. Which I have 2, and I felt like I was active. Misty, what do we do with 9 or 10 crock pots? What are we?
I need to know some recipes. Can you link some crock pot recipes?
And are there certain crock pots that are better for certain things? What's the story there? But that's just amazing. So I love this space. And they've got that great cabinetry. So you've got the workspace. I also think it was so smart. She talked about the floor plug that she put in there, because as you can see, she's got her KitchenAid mixer on a on a rack on wheels, so she can work on it in here and kind of be in the center and not have to take up the cabinet space. And if you guys have ever lifted that thing, they're tough.
Not fun.
I think that's just so smart. Get all your baking prep and everything away from prying fingers and all of that stuff. So it's not noisy or all that. And then she's got all that space just to store. I mean, this it's half empty, guys, and there's 4 generations living in this home. That's how much storage space they have. Just absolutely. I just love this space. It's just
I do too. The extra countertop there, you can prep everything back here and move it into the kitchen. Everything you need is right here to get things ready to take into the kitchen and to store away for things that you don't want in your cabinets or in a pantry attached to your kitchen. So this is just a perfect space. Really, everything they did was just really well thought out. So.
Okay, so 5 of the crock pots hooked together to form a buffet with only 1 plug. Okay, that's amazing.
Wow.
I have never. I'm gonna need a link. Private message us a link. I got to check this thing out because that sounds awesome. Because I'm a big crock pot cooker too. And I need to know more about that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. And then you've got that, laundry, utility room, drop zone, just a big space to come out of your 6-car garage. Get rid of everything, make sure it's not cluttering up the rest of the house, but then plenty of room for an extra refrigerator. So they've got the second refrigerator in here. Then they've got the 2 freezers in the garage, just all that space. And you can see that they've got the drop zone with the quartz seat and the cabinetry to store all their stuff. And then that door that's right next to the powder room goes out onto that porch that you accidentally got a sneak preview of because I played the wrong video.
Yeah, it's a really well thought out space. And again, more cabinetry, more storage. You can't have enough.
Yes, all the storage. And then there's the garage, everybody. This is just, oh no, Misty says they don't make the crock pot anymore. I'm gonna have to hit eBay. All right. But yeah, you can see they've got space for all of their cars. As you mentioned, they put all the bells and whistles. So this one is actually insulated, spray foamed, insulated doors. They've got the 80-gallon hybrid water heater that everybody has asked us about. This is the heat pump water heater. And that's all I know about it. So please ask me no more questions. We've got 2 freezers, another tornado shelter in here, the exterior door. And I think it was so smart to put those transom windows in because this would have been a very dark space without any natural light coming in.
Yeah, the light just kind of floods in, and plenty of workspace all around the vehicles. I mean, as you can tell, they filled it up with cars, and there's still plenty of space to walk around, to work. It's a pretty neat garage.
Yeah, plenty of workspace. Yeah, it's. I'm sure this is a guy's dream. Just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And then let's see, we'll talk about the rest of the house real quick because I already showed you that video. But there is that beautiful back porch, and you can see they've got the covered walkway from that door right next to the, from the utility room door across, so that you're not going to get rained on or be in bright sunlight if you don't want to be. And then just a great space to relax and look out on the land. You can see the puppies are very much enjoying it and guarding it from our team. But yeah, just a wonderful space. And they put in the outdoor fan to get that breeze going.
Yeah, I love the cathedral ceiling when they extend it all the way to the porch. I think it just looks so beautiful. The rough sawn material, it's just gorgeous. And it just opens up right to their property, which we've seen it on the video. It's absolutely beautiful. So they made some really good selections on this home and really thought out every aspect of every room.
Yeah. And I love it. Just this home is just a great example of how many changes we can make. They did not have to buy plans from an architect, guys. They came in with a very clear vision of what they wanted, a lot of requests. Mr. Hodgson was mentioning he thought there were 100 and some changes. I have his, what we call the work copy red line, which indicates every change and us signing off on every change. He has 179. Changes. So that's not goals, folks, but it does just kind of tell you golf rules on this one. Lower number tends to make us happier, but we can do whatever you like. But yeah, so quite a few changes happening to make sure that it was exactly as they wanted, and Carl did a beautiful job. Carl was he did not introduce himself, and I forgot to do it. But Carl, who was leading the tour, was actually their builder and just made this gorgeous home with all of these customizations and options, and just an awesome space. So
And honestly, like when we were looking at all the changes that they made, the San Jacinto fits all of that really well. So I feel like they found the perfect plan to expand on.
Yeah.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, you can even with all the changes, you can definitely see where they started from and why they started where they did. So their consultant was very, very smart to stick with that one. I just see a couple more comments, so I'm going to share those. But if you guys have any questions or want to share what your favorite part was of this home, drop them in. But I'm going to call this last call. But let's see. We have Faith saying, love this plan so much and all the customizations. It's exciting to show our customers just what we can do. Yeah, absolutely agree. Then we've got Allie giving us a shout out from the Georgetown office. Hey, Allie.
Hi, Allie.
And then we've got Lacey saying, wow, I need that in my life. Absolutely.
Agreed.
I don't know which part, but whatever it is, I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. But yeah, just absolutely gorgeous home.
It's beautiful.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Payton, for joining us, for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate
you
it.
being here. And guys, this will be the last Tilson Live for the year because, next week is Christmas Eve. So we are closed. So we won't be there. And then Eric is on vacation the week after, but we will be back the first week of January to see you guys and talk all about. But thank you, everyone, for watching these. We just appreciate you being our customer, paying attention, listening to us. Just really grateful to have everybody as a member of the Tilson family. We just thank you so much for trusting us with your homes and giving us this time almost every week with us. We just feel so privileged to be able to do what we do and share it with you and show off beautiful homes like the Hodgsons. Thank you again to the Hodgson family for trusting us. I know I think I met you at the Waxahachie grand opening. I don't think you remember. I know you remember meeting Eric there, and then I saw you in Waco, and I know it's been a long journey for you guys, and just so glad that you are enjoying your home and you're in it. And thank you so much for sharing it. And everybody have a Merry Christmas, and we will see you in 2025. All right. Hope